in case it goes that Boyd wins, which I'm doubting, it might give hope to the youths. But on condition that you are moneyed and you are coming from who, I think that one will automatically be right. Then if it goes the Aroko way, one, there will be a mass exit of ODM followers from every corner of this country. Remember, in Uganda, we have been having MDG, which is run by Ochieng.
Yeah.
Ochieng has been going because he was shortchanged in ODM. He decided that let me open my party, start it, and it is doing. He has been doing the work more than those people who has been puppets. They have been puppets of ODM and they have been doing nothing. There will be very many activities. One, I've said, mass exit of ODM members to other small parties.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, that will be the end of Gladys Wanga in the entire constituency and in the entire county. And even that will be the war she will never win, because it will be like those who invested in this will be like, we gave you the resources, we gave you the money, and you did not deliver. So it is a do or die for Gladys Wanga.
Inakoja Tongwa Nguvu, I go by the name of Ochino, the only Kenyan who is a man, a boy, and also a friend. And of course, when we say seated here, it's because we're having a conversation that you've requested for us to have. And of course, today's conversation, we're having a conversation towards the finalizing of the by-elections. A lot has been happening towards the end of this week and also last week, because now it is barely 7 days to go up until 20 Kwadebe for the various by-elections in the constituencies. Also in some wards, they're having by-elections, and there have been some fracas here and there. We're here with Professor Kotonde to analyze what it means now that it's do or die, and also to have just a brief review of the State of the Nation address by President William Ruto at the end of last week. Professor.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How have you been since the last time that we were here with you?
Not bad. Thank God. Though it has been up and down, you walk around and about, checking some errands here and there.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that you've invited me again. And we are equally here to help, talk, engage, and discuss, and also share the insights which you have been walking around and collected.
Yeah.
Yes.
For those people who have known you in our platform, they know you as a very good political analyzer when it comes to matters politics, Kenyan politics, and of course, especially because you also come from Homa Bay County, that part of Homa Bay and the politics that's happening there. And the by-election that is in Homa Bay, we have the by-election in Kasipul, where it's happening after the late MP, Charles Ongondowere, passed on.
Yes.
And a lot of things have been happening there. It's like now they're saying the broad-based candidate, Boyd and Aroko, it's like there's a faction there within the broad-based, the ODM faction and the UDA faction. It's like they pulled their support from Boyd, and it's like now they're pushing Philip Aroko. For you as a political analyst, are you seeing it as a situation whereby wamesoma ground na unajua ground ni kama iko kwa the people's candidate, that is Philip Aroko, and that's why they're shifting? Or is it because they want to maybe sabotage ODM because maybe they're not happy with the ODM's restructuring post-Baba?
First of all, I'm grateful for the invitation once again. As a resident of Homa Bay, the county of endless potential, I want to say that our people, the great people of Kasipul, Kabondo, the ones who will be having their due by-election by Thursday, one, to be together. There is Kasipul after this election. There is Kasipul beyond this election. Kasipul was there before this election, and therefore, let them embrace peace, harmony, cohesiveness, and even accepting different ideologies and ideas. Going back to what you've just asked, I said it here when Baba was still alive, and the ODM fraternity had already planned for a primary. The primary was majorly planned to help lock potential candidates outside. They took the initiative of going through the primaries majorly to lock out the main contender, that is Philip Nation Aroko, Good Life. When Aroko saw it wise with his intel, he went the independent way, because you've seen it. ODM has always been going the wrong direction. Why do I say so? They know very well that the people doesn't want the hand-picked leaders. But they take you through the shambolic primaries so that when you walk out, you are termed as a mole. And being termed as a mole is always selling so well to the great people of the ground. Yes. So, right now, we have two big factions. One, the pro-ODM, and the ones against ODM. The ones pro-ODM is being spearheaded by Her Excellency Governor Madam Gladys Atieno Nyasuna Wanga, and her cocoons, like her puppet whistleblower, that is Peter Pondokaloma. Peter Pondokaloma is now the whistleblower, he is now the blogger, he is now the chief campaigner, he is now the, quite sad, and he has decided to let go the responsibilities the great people of Homa Bay Town, Homa Bay constituency gave him, Homa Bay Town constituency gave him. It's quite sad. He has ignored most of the things. I've not seen the immediate neighbor of Kasipul, that is Madam Eve Akinyobara, doing what Kaluma is doing. What interest is he having in Kasipul Kabondo more than what the great people of Homa Bay Town elected him to do? He has been the position of MP for the last 14 years, 13 years now. Is it the right time to go and campaign, yet leaving the key priorities at the heart of Homa Bay Town? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves so much.
Yeah.
Right now, the other faction, which is equally the winning team, by the way, Ochino, the faction who are now seeing it that Ongondo Were has not been and was not a good representative. That is the ones spearheaded by one and only the Good Life, that is Philip Nation Aroko. He is having the likes of great minds. He's having the one and only the son of the soil, Malimodo Wede. He is also having the likes of, we call this man called Jakatieno, the former governor of Migori. There is no harm. I've seen Kaluma crying like a baby who has been caned. He is crying like a baby that the likes of Obado are coming to pool the resources to help Aroko win. Where is the problem when you have your like-minded fellows to help you reach your destiny?
Yeah.
The same people of ODM have been calling people from Turkana, Vihiga, all the way from Mombasa, Western and Central, to come and camp in. We saw it the other day. Even before they launched it finally, they were waiting for Baba when Baba went to India. When Baba went to India and didn't come back, now they are crying. Why are they crying? Don't cry when you know you did the shambolic primaries. The likes of Ajombuta, the likes of Manibio, the likes of those guys went for independent candidacy because of the shambolic elections which were carried out during the primaries. I am now saying that going forward, ODM, as I said it initially about 2 months or before Baba died, I said that we'll be having different factions of ODM.
Yeah.
If you go to Homa Bay, you'll be having Homa Bay chapter ODM, or different parties participating and winning positions, women rep, all those representative positions. If you go to Mombasa like now, you will be seeing many people going to different parties, like the powerful Kingi. He will automatically revive it. Joho and the team will automatically revive it. I even ask here, why was it important to put Oburu as the party leader. Yet, in the structure of ODM, Oburu had no position. That is why I'm saying this is a family affair. This is a family party. They decide who becomes what, when, and why.
Yeah.
That one is going to cost these people the Kasipul Constituency by election. Very early in the morning, Aroko will be announced the winner, and there is nothing to do about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It will be the voice of the great people of Kasipul. It will not be someone's voice. It will be the great voice of the great people of Kasipul Kabondo.
Yeah.
They have seen. This is the constituency where people are not living peacefully. Hooliganism was the order of the day. This is the very, very constituency whereby you could not air your voice. Yes, you could not. They will even come for you in the house. The late Ongondowere was behind that. This is the county, the sub-county, whereby the moment you don't support or you don't subscribe to this party called ODM and the late, you will automatically be told to either you be forced outside the county or even the country itself.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that. I'm now challenging the great people of Kasipul. This is the time to restore the lost glory. This is the time to tell the world, because in the entire Homa Bay, that is where we are focusing our minds on. We want to test whether you guys can see the sense of living peacefully. You guys can see the sense of living in harmony with other neighbors, irrespective of the political differences. This is the time I want us to see whether you'll be having the development which was told. You know them. This is the time we want to see whether you are in a position to help bring back the sanity. It was already insanity. Yes, at the time the death of this man came, it was already insanity.
Yeah.
I am challenging the youths. Don't be used to kill your very own youths in the name of you are given money to go and cause mayhem. Let the people do the needful. Let them fully exercise their rights. It is part of the Constitution. It is right within the Constitution. Sovereignty rests on the people. Let the people decide.
Yeah.
But the moment you not do it right, ODM is already dead. ODM is already dead. Why? Because the moment they chose Oburu Odinga, who doesn't own any position in the party, that is where they messed it. We'll be having Babu Owino taking part of it, Oburu Odinga taking part of it, the Raila Odinga's family, who are the key stakeholders, taking part of it.
Yeah.
We're having the coast regional leaders taking part of it. The Kisii, who is the immediate DP, who ought to be the party leader right now, a young man, Paul Simbarati, but he was to change. We will be going the long way, the deep hole that will never ever face our mind. The great people of this country who have been taking part of their energy to invest in this party are not happy with what happened in Malava. You can remember Malava. The party gave direct ticket, but it was disowned.
Yeah.
That means they have seen that there is nothing to write home about under this ODM. UDA is now taking Kasipul Kabondo. Not UDA, really. Independent party is going to take Kasipul Kabondo. UDA is going to take Malava. And other, Mbere is also coming under UDA. You see? Diversity. In Kariobangi, we had Munuve. I think a good party is also coming, not ODM. You see? That monopoly is already broken. Let us elect leaders. Let us not elect a party. Let us elect a leader who will bring the true picture of this great nation beyond your region.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also just because optics is one of the most important things in politics.
Yes.
And for politicians, that is optics and also visibility is very important to them.
Yes.
We are now seeing a narrative in Homa Bay whereby the deputy governor of Gladys Wanga,
yes.
Oyugi Magwanga,
Honorable,
he also came out very boldly to also campaign for Philip Aroko, who is an independent candidate and not under ODM. Being that he's the deputy of Wanga, it means that she's under her. Is it because now ODM as a party, they preach democracy? Now it's okay for him as a deputy governor under ODM to support Philip Aroko? Or is it viewed as sabotaging or even undermining his boss, that is Madam Gladys Wanga? And with that now it divides the votes. And for the common mwananchi, the common voter down there who doesn't understand the politics within ODM, they might not know that maybe in 2022, Oyugi Magwanga also wanted to vie, but through the intervention of Raila Amolo Odinga, through the respect they had, he accepted to be the governor and support, the deputy governor and support Gladys Wanga. Politically speaking, in the optics, is that now Oyugi Magwanga's chance to say that in 2027, he is not going to support Gladys Wanga as the deputy again, and he'll go for it as governor, so that now Gladys Wanga should know that in 2027, Oyugi Magwanga will also be one of the biggest gubernatorial candidates. And for the by-election itself, for Boyd and for Philip Aroko, who loses and who gains from that shift that Oyugi Magwanga now brings by supporting Philip Aroko?
That's a good question. Let me tell you that in Homa Bay, vying as independent, it has never been a big issue. Are you aware that in Kasipul Kabondo, there is an independent candidate, MCA? He won. He defeated an ODM aspirant. When Oyugi shifted to support the opponent of the quotes unquote ODM, that is Philip Aroko, Oyugi himself is one person, by the way, is the immediate former MP when Ongondo took over in 2017. He vied as a governor then, so Ongondo Were took after him. He knows what is good for the great people of Kasipul more than Gladys Wanga, who is coming from Rangwe constituency. He knows what is good for the great people of Kasipul more than this man called Kaluma, who is now a puppet of the ODM in Kasipul Kabondo. He knows the corners. He knows the place better than anybody else. So when he decides to support an independent candidate, he knows that the primaries were shambolic. He knows that there is a great game plan being spearheaded by this ODM bandwagon to continue making the people of Kasipul to live in fear. He knows very well that the moment he will give the opportunity to these scavengers in the name of ODM supporters, the great people of Kasipul will never get any development. He knows. So I want to support his move. And remember, he's coming from the Great Rachwan. In Homa Bay, we have 8 sub-counties. The biggest ones are 3. One is the Great Rachwanyo constituency, led by the tallest man with the biggest brain. That is Honorable Adipu Unokuome, the young man in the Bible, and the youngest MP, followed by Oburu Odinga. He's even younger than Oburu Odinga. He's the current. He's the one with the biggest vote in Homa Bay. That one is a great brother to Kasipul Kabondo, who is their younger son, who is their younger brother. Then we have Kasipul Kabondo and Kabondo Kasipul. The third one is Ndewa. These are the Tarakanitis of Homa Bay. The moment you don't get deputy president, deputy governor, or even a CS county secretary from any of them, don't even vie in Homa Bay for gubernatorial. So, the moment you see Oyugi Magwanga getting back home remind yourself that the great people of Rachuonyo or the Nyangorabala are already behind it. Because right now, do you know the frustrations the deputy governor is going through? Anything that the deputy governor wants, he must go through a secretary to access services meant for his office. Under his instruction, Gladys Wanga. Are you aware that he is not even having the car meant for him by the county? Are you aware of the frustrations the man is going through? And he has been going through for the last 3 years now. So when you see the great man saying that I'm going through a different trajectory, that is a plus, that is a relief. There is hope. The great people of Karachuonyo are speaking in one tongue and in one voice through the deputy speaker, the deputy governor. That is His Excellency Joseph Yugi Magwanga. When he gets into that, know that there's victory. The great people of Kasipul Kabondo will automatically bring who they want to be their leader. I am not seeing Boyd Were being a leader now, but he will be a leader maybe later sometimes in his life. But right now, the great people of Kasipul will elect the person they want, not the party or the person bearing the ODM party. No, that is what you are seeing. If you look at it, Odoyo Wedi is also the son of the soil of Kasipul. He knows when he says this is wrong, he knows. He's even an elder there. So when you see elders seated somewhere and they're saying this is the right trajectory, in our culture, that is what we always do. Yes. So when Mom, whom I really respect, Madam Gladys Wanga, trying to force the great people of Kasipul to vote for the young man, Boyd, I would advise, young man, you've been compelled to a yoke which you will not carry. It is high time you let go the position and support this great man called Nation. Because if you check his age, Boyd is still having many years to do a lot of things. He's barely 35. So someone who is barely 35, meaning you still have a long way to go. You still can even be a governor. We have even the position of a Senate. He can still be. Aroko can be there for 10 years and he'll be clocking maybe 7. At that time, this man will automatically be stronger than anybody else will be at 45. He can still be an MP. Is it a must to force yourself on a yoke which you cannot pull? Why are you going to embarrass the youths of the great Kasipul? The youths of great Kasipul, wake up and see the sense. Let Aroko eat this thing for some time. Then he will automatically let go as you get into the system. Already you've been known. So, Yugi Magonga get into that position by supporting. It is not a sabotage. Democracy dictates that. And ODM, the one which he is a member, by the way, but he left because he was downplayed in 2017, you remember? Yeah, when he was the hope of Homa Bay, when Aweti was doing nothing. You see? Aweti did nothing, so Yugi Magonga was the hope. Raila himself, the late, may his soul rest, denied him the right. The people of Homa Bay are still bitter. If you go to Homa Bay right now, there is nothing done by Gladys Wanga. Are you aware? Nothing. I was there. Nothing is done. If you talk about the activity which she started, that is, there is a milling farm in somewhere in Bush, Suba, called Kitoko. Is it? Something. It is not working.
The one that trailer went and launched.
Exactly. Nothing. If you check the great people of Kasipul, where she is now campaigning, that place produces great and very sweet potatoes. Very great. Kabondo, Kasipul potatoes. A farm she promised. It has never materialized. Go back to her very own constituency, that's Rangwe constituency, somewhere around Olare. That place, Olare, Omoya, Oero, all the way up to somewhere Ongeti. all right? There is a good place and a good soil meant for pineapple. She promised to put up a very good pineapple industry down there. Nothing. Just opposite, around Ungeti, that place is so good with rice plantation. If Gladys Wanga, then she promised the great people of that area that she will automatically start a very good plant which will be milling the rice. Nothing. Go to Homa Bay Town constituency. We used to have then, those days, I saw it. We used to have what we call capital fish. It was a farm whereby fish from the lake is just from here, about some yards, about 15, 20 yards.
Yeah.
The lake is just there, very fresh. That capital fish, if Wanga could have been a good lady who meant well for the community, meant well for the entire county, she could have lobbied with those people. She could have even decided to find out where these guys went to at least bring the ideas, the forgotten capital fish, so that we cannot be producing and fishing, doing the fishing from the Great Lake, and then the production is done all the way about 500 kilometers right here in Thika. What are you telling me? So now, anybody associating himself or herself with Gladys Wanga in this by-election, you will automatically go home. Because she is doing nothing. The moment you associate with her, you are also doing nothing. Like Opono Kaluma. Opono Kaluma, you're doing nothing. Yesterday, just the other day, we were having a great meeting as the great people of Nyada. You see? In every community, people talk. The great people of Bondo can sit and iron out issues affecting Siaya or even Bondo.
Yeah.
The great people of Nairobi can as well have time and sit to talk about the problems and challenges they are facing as the great people of Nairobi. Where was the problem? Allow me say this. Where was the problem when the great people of Nyadaralek were sitting down to discuss challenges, economic, social, partly political, challenges they are facing as the great people of Homa Bay, yet they are the ones hosting the county headquarters? Where was the problem? Why was it causing problems? That place, we had the great man of our land called Arch Jerindo. He's the patron of that. We had the likes of the patron, the chair, the entire office, where I also happened to be part of the office.
Yeah.
He did a very bad thing. He is not a good person who meant good for the community. And I'm telling the great people of Homa Bay Town constituency, the moment we don't come together, form a formidable force, and let Kaluma go home early in the morning, we will never have a constituency called Homa Bay Town, because he is going to sell our identity. He has already identified that he's going to sell our identity. Those are the leaders we don't want to see. So anybody associating himself or herself with him, you are, because we saw pangas, rungus, and machetes running around, and we had elderly people. You can imagine that on a Sunday. How I wish these people could see the sense. And now that he is also in Kasipul, the same trend Ngondo where he was using intimidation, fear, creating fear, and running around with the machetes, is the one he's now bringing.
Yeah.
We saw people running live with rungus. People who can speak the same language, have the same value, living in the same wood. Why do you have to come and do that? Surely. It is wrong. And the great people of Kasipul, if the moment you'll elect Boyd, expect more of what his dad was doing. Let us not fear saying that. So Yugi Magwanga, I am happy that you have seen the light, and ensure that the victory comes home. Let the victory come home through this man called Philip Nation Arok Good Life. That is what I think I should say there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But finally, just finalizing this whole issue now, because I think this is one of the last interviews that we're going to do before now they do the actual voting in Homa Bay.
Yes.
Because they usually say politics is local. and give it to also Gladys Wanga and the ODM fraternity also. They also have a sizable chunk of supporters who support them, either because they are the ones who are in the current positions in the party, also just their politics. There are people who also believe in them, and also they might argue that, yes, maybe she has not delivered 100%, but at least one or two things she has delivered. And she also has a sizable support also in the ground. Now that all said and done, kila mtu amefanya siasa yake, from the side of the Philip Aroko and also Boyd and Aroko, and also there's a money bill. At the end of the day now, when it's all said and done and the votes are cast and now they announce the results, if Philip Aroko wins, how does that now change the perspective of the Homa Bay politics, number one? And also, will that affect the larger Nyanza? Because I'll see that in Homa Bay, in Kasipul, the party primaries was said to be shoddy, and the person who got the ticket was not the one who maybe was supposed to get the ticket according to the optics. And now he ended up with an independent candidate. Will it now speak that now anyone else within the larger ODM and the larger Nyanza fraternity can also stand on a independent ticket and win? And if at all Boyd and Aroko wins, will that now confirm that ODM is still strong even past Baba in ODM zones and also in Nyanza and Homa Bay specifically? Finishing up.
What I can say is that two things are possible. A win and a loser. If it goes the ODM way, what I want to tell you point blank. One, it might give hopes to the young generation, but on condition that you are moneyed. That is when you'll be called a youth who will carry any political flag under ODM. Because Boyd is from a wealthy family. He's a rich guy, but yeah, he started already. But from an ordinary person, I don't think ODM is the right way to go going forward. So in case it goes that Boyd and Aroko wins, which I'm doubting, it might give hope to the youths. But on condition that you are moneyed and you are coming from who, I think that one will automatically be right. Then if it goes the Aroko way, one, there will be a mass exit of ODM followers from every corner of this country. Remember, in Uganda, we have been having MDG, which is run by Ochieng.
Yeah.
Ochieng has been going because he was shortchanged in ODM. He decided that let me open my party, start it, and it is doing. He has been doing the work more than those people who has been puppets. They have been puppets of ODM and they have been doing nothing. There will be very many activities. One, I've said, mass exit of ODM members to other small parties. Yeah. That's one. Two, that will be the end of Gladys Wanga in the entire constituency and in the entire county. And even that will be the war she will never win, because it will be like those who invested in this will be like, we gave you the resources, we gave you the money, and you did not deliver. So it is a do or die for Gladys Wanga to even use dubious means, which she has been using, by the way, to at least get to that power. Thirdly, if it goes the Aroko way, it will give opportunity to other small parties to come up. Leave alone the independent ones. Small parties like the GCK, run by Martin Ogindo. That one is Homa Bay. You can check the other one, which is coming up with Onyangolo is also coming up with another party, Honorable Onyangolo. There is another one which is also run by Agustino Neto, the former MP from Dewa. There is another one run by MDG himself. We also have another one carried out by Wajonya, the then aspirant for CI gubernatorial.
Yeah.
So many parties will be coming. That is when we will be having a relief as the great people of Nyanza. You can now decide to vote a leader or a representative of a party. That is now the time. The great Nyanza leaders will even be working. By the way, those who have not been working, like, you know them. They have been sleeping, they have been arrogant, they have been doing nothing. They know very well that if I am part and parcel of ODM, Baba will just come and say, Kotonde, you are now the general leading Roraka. Now nobody will question. They'll be like, Ochino, you are the general leading Ukambani constituency or Bondo constituency. Nobody will be questioning.
Yeah.
This is the time we will be having great leaders working for the people. The moment it goes the Aroko way, we'll be having true leaders without question. If you have not been working, pack and go. If you have not been doing anything, bye-bye. If you have not been implementing what you were elected to do or even nominated to do, bye-bye. Time to say bye-bye is now or right now. Then, the other thing I wanted to talk about is this issue to do with the president's address.
Yeah.
People have been doubting this great man, the only PhD president under the sun. That is, since we started this country, Kenya, we gained our independence. The only president with a PhD is His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. This man, you ask me where this man is he taking us to Singapore? By the way, this man is taking us to Singapore. Yeah, this man is taking us to Singapore.
Because, you know, a lot of people took that, it's from the whole speech, a lot of people are focusing on that. And they're saying, why Singapore all of a sudden? Why is it all of a sudden that now it's coming up? People are asking, should the State of the Nation address be a report of your previous manifesto, or should the State of the Nation address be a launch of your new manifesto towards a re-election? From that whole thing, and also the Singapore dream, for you as Kotonde as a political analyst, are you seeing it as people misjudging him, or people misunderstanding the president, or is the president just going on regardless of what people will say, the naysayers, as he calls them?
Let me tell you, the people who are propagating that we are not going the Singapore way are opposition leaders who are leaderless, rudderless. They don't have even the vision of this country. They are tribe-oriented. Their speech is full of tribalism, nepotism, tribalism, nothing but tribalism. Those are the people who are not seeing the sense that His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto is taking us to the Singapore way. When he came into power, that is in 2022, the president promised so many good things. One, he came in when the educational sector was like, are we going the 844 way? Or we are maintaining the 844, or we go the CBE way? He came with a very robust program. You remember the first CS for education? He was doing nothing. I don't know what's the name. What was the name?
Ezekiel Machogu.
Machogu. He was clueless, but I think he was just awarded. That is why I'm always against awarding and rewarding failures. You can't award and reward Ezekiel Machogu a failure. But the president, through his wisdom, he saw it wise to elect, select, and nominate Megap Ogos, because he's equally streamlining the educational sector, the one which many naysayers were like, Ruto is falling. But right now, are you aware that we are having a very thorough program for the 2026 transition of year 10? You are aware of that. Are you aware that right now we have 24 teachers who will be employed by next year? Are you aware that we also have, as of today, the government announced around 9,000 plus teachers who are going to be replaced, primary, junior primary, and in senior school? Are you aware that this is the only time in the Department of Education His Excellency hired 76,000 teachers at a go? to implement, to help in the rollout of the year 7, 8, and 9, the ones who are now going to grade 10.
Yeah.
That's a robust. Many people say, Ruto is falling. Are we not heading to Singapore with that? We are heading to Singapore. Calm down again, what he talked about. People were saying that, why are you building houses anyhow without consulting us? That's okay. Are you aware that there are some people who have been sitting on Kenyans for decades by giving them houses which are not proper? A house worth even 5,000. If you go somewhere around here, that house is not worth that. But you are told it's about 15 or 20,000. Where is the problem? Are you not seeing Ruto achieving in the Department of Housing? He is achieving it. The naysayers were like, oh, he's not achieving it. At the end of the day, our money will go. They are now keeping quiet. They have nothing to say. Are you now seeing the roads? If you go to Kisumu Bondo, if you go to the heart of Homa Bay, which was not having even a dual, it's now bigger than the superhighway we are having. Is that not a plus? If you go to Kisumu Busia Highway, is it not achieving? Come down here. We were talking about the road. The road in the Department of Health. The one we had was the NHIF. What did he do? He came up and said, no, what you guys are doing is not right. What are you seeing now? People are enjoying. I personally, I am a beneficiary of SHA. So nobody can say that he has not scored. Talk about security. On Monday last week, today is just a week ago, the Excellency approved the employment and recruitment of 10,000 police officers to maintain peace and order in this country. We don't want to go the Uganda way. We don't want to go the Sudanese way. We don't want to go the Rwandese. What is he doing? When Uhuru was in power, all over Kenya, corner kwa corner, bomb. Corner kwa corner, bomb. You could not go to Mpeketoni. Right now, you can do biashara in Turkana safely. You can do biashara in Garissa safely. You are free to say whatever you can say, stay where you are all the time. Right now in Nairobi, there's no problem. You can go anywhere. Security. Is he not scoring? Are we not going to Singapore? If you check the leaders he's bringing on board, take the case of the one alone is super CS. That is Raymond Omolo. Raymond Omolo is a plus. If you talk about this recruitment, he's the one and the wheel behind it. If you talk about the security issues we had in the banditry areas, that is Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, nowadays they are not there. If you go to those places, things are working, courtesy of the leaders, the Kenyan leaders, who have the passion to at least help him drive this economy better. When, are you aware also that he's also having a very good will with international bodies, you know, whereby the IMF, the World Bank is also bringing more money to help elevate and even retool the teachers to help build this country better. Where are we not heading to Singapore? We are going to Singapore. Singapore is the way to go, and therefore, anybody thinking that you will change our mind by saying one term, my friend Ruto is going 2 term. After 2 term, we'll even give him time to change the constitution so that he can go 4 term, 5 term, 6 terms. Because when you are good, you play again. And like if you talk about the case of, if you're given an opportunity to find love, the moment you love someone so much, when this person is outside the country or wherever, she or he can still remember you because of the kind of stuff you gave. That is where Ruto is. He is now a darling to the coastal people. Ruto is a darling to the Turkanan people. Ruto is a darling to the great Nyanza people. He is a darling to the great Western people. He is a great son and daughter. He is a great son of Rift Valley. Where do you want to tell me that Ruto is not going to get 99% come 2027 as the presidential candidate? Who will bring him down? Nobody. Therefore, I'm saying, give Ruto support. Give Ruto the ideas. Criticize Ruto when he employ bogus brains like Aisha Juma. Truth be said, let him change the great brains like Ochino here. Then at the end of the day, we will automatically see the country running. When Duale was not doing it right at the defense, he was automatically changed. Now he's at the Ministry of Health. Things are running. Let us not put someone somewhere where he is not doing it right, because at the end of the day, the accounting officer will be Ruto himself, because he's the one the Kenyans gave the opportunity very early in the morning, 2022, to be their leader, the president. The ones he is giving, those are his handlers. Yeah. Let them do the thing. Otherwise, we are going the Singapore way. Let us support Ruto by giving ideas, by giving resources, by giving our time, and then being patient. Let us desist from corruption. Let us desist from tribalism. Let us desist from nepotism and even bad mouthing. Let us stop listening to lies. Let us consume ideas and nothing but the truth coming from people who have the heart of this country. I love this country. Ochino, by the way, I love this country more than anything else. And anybody saying that we are not achieving yet, we are seeing some progress between 2022 to 2025, 3 years, compared to 2022 and 1963, my friend, we are not going anywhere past not supporting His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. Kenyans, I am giving you a warning. The moment you will support people who are not having the interest of this country at heart, the nepotist, the tribalist, those who are not having your true heart, you will take this country to the dogs. You will take this country the way the South Sudanese are now having it rough. The DRCs are now having it rough. We don't want to go the Ugandan way. We are not going very close to Tanzanian way. Anybody, anywhere, whether within or diasporans, let us support Ruto. Let us support Ruto for the next 7 years. We will see this country being a benchmark of this great continent that is Africa. Yeah. Africa is the core and it is the way. Otherwise, I am equally happy for giving me the chance and also for the great people who have been listening and being ready to give their comments and opinions where possible. You might have not said it right as you wanted it, but we are sorry in case we have wronged you. But truth be said, two-term is unstoppable. And for those who are not doing it right, bye-bye. Kaluma bye-bye. Kajwang bye-bye. Sakaja bye-bye. And others who are not doing it right, bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Sasa, Prof.
Yes, sir.
Again, shukran sana for coming.
Thank you.
And of course, as you usually say, for maybe somebody who's watching this show for the first time, and maybe there's a thing or two that you said in a topic or two, maybe in the issue of the Kasipul by-election that is here with us this week, and also maybe in the issue of summarizing the State of the Nation address by President William Ruto. And in a way or another, they might disagree with you. Opportunity for comment section. Give us your comments so that even when Professor Kotonde goes ahead and watches this interview, he might read your comment. Na pia change at least a thing or two on the way he views politics, in terms of the Homa Bay politics, in terms of also the national politics under President William Samoei Ruto. And you have been host Ochino, the only Kenyan who is a man and also a boy and also a friend. Till next time, keep it locked.
Closing shot. People of Kasipul and anywhere where we are having by-elections, remember, there is that constituency beyond Thursday. There is that constituency before Thursday. And there is that constituency even before you are born. So before you bring it down, remember, we have a constituency to have before, after, and even later. Don't kill, don't shoot, vote wisely, and bring dignity. Thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Good.
Shukran.
God bless you.
Okay.
All right.